Okay, so we are going to be doing a series on self-sabotage. I know you know what self-sabotage is. You probably experienced it at some point in your life. You may experience it often, literally on a daily basis. And if that's you, that's okay. You are not alone. It is very, very common. It's one of the main things that people come to me for in their lives and in their business because they're stuck in a pattern of going like around and around and around and around, and they can't seem to get themselves actually over that hump or whatever you want to call it to move forward. So today we're going to talk about a self-sabotaging behavior that's really, really interesting. It's actually sneaky because when it occurs, the individual that is doing it often doesn't even realize what they're doing is self-sabotage because they've convinced themselves that it's completely legit, even though it's not legit. It's a big bunch of BS, but that's okay. We're not judging here. Let's remove any judgment because these are patterns and behaviors that are really in place to protect us, right? We don't self-sabotage because we're just lazy or because we're just unmotivated or we just like to, do things that don't move us forward and keep us stuck. No. Right? We do these behaviors because there's some form of it that is protecting us for whatever reason that is. I'm not going to get into that in this video. Right now, I'm going to tell you about this pattern, right? It is a pattern of defense. So it's when the individual wants to do something, but then they defend their reason why they can't. And it is so legitimate to the person that they feel like, they're not self-sabotaging. This is the reason, right? I can't do it. Like, I really, really want to do this, or I really, really want to say yes to this, or I really, really want to take action on this, or, I have this on my plan, but every day, I'm not doing it because X, Y, Z. And they defend it with, reasons like, oh, but everyone else needs taken care of. And, I don't have the time because I'm taking care of everyone else. Or I don't have the money. I really want to do this, but I don't have the money. And, convincing themselves that there's no possible way that money can come in, right? Or, I really want to, start this, but I'm kind of old, or everyone else that's doing it has X, Y, Z in place, and I don't have that. So, I just can't do it. There is so many different reasons. And, if you're listening to this and you have your reasons that your excuses that you say are popping in your head, understand that any reason that you're giving yourself why you can't is you're defending your reason why you can't. So I really want to ask you to get clear and do a little digging inside and ask yourself, is this something that you really want? Right? Because a lot of people say, I really want to do this. I really want to say yes, but I can't because X, Y, Z. Well, first thing is, do you even want to do it? Because if you really wanted to do it, chances are you would do it, right? We typically do things that we want to do. We typically do things that we want to do. Like, think back in your past about things that you really, really wanted to do that maybe were out of the ordinary and you did them, right? Do you really want to do it? And if you really, really want to do it, but you're telling yourself that you can't because X, Y, Z, what is the fear there? What are you really scared of, right? What is that excuse that you're defending as so legitimate? What is it protecting you from? Right? And really start bringing that awareness in, because when we are working with self-sabotaging behaviors, awareness is key, right? When we can really start to become aware of, first of all, acknowledging that what you are doing is you getting in your own way, right? It's not the externals. Oh, I can't. That's such a disempowering place to be, right? It's such a disempowering place to be when you say, you know, all these external factors are, you know, stopping me from doing X, Y, Z. You know, one of the things that has really gotten me through so many times of rock bottom, right, where I could have really easily used the excuse, well, blah, 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 this is why I can't do X, Y, Z. It was simply being resilient, right? Resilient, persistent, perseverance, like all these things. If you really want to create a life and a career and a family that is in total alignment with your values and everything you desire, then you're gonna have to get resilient. You're gonna have to get what's the word I'm looking for? You gotta be able to see whatever's in front of you as just like, okay, maybe it's a stepping stone. I gotta step over it somehow. But it's not like a solid wall that you can't even penetrate. Like, if that's how you're going to go about achieving anything, you're gonna be like just bashing up against stuff continually. You know, when I really set my mind on something I want to do, like there's nothing in the way. Whatever comes in the way or challenges, obstacles, that's just something to get through. But kind of like, you can kind of bring in the energy of like, it's kind of fun. Like I can kind of maneuver through it. How am I going to maneuver through this challenge? How am I going to work this out so I can get to where I want? Like that's stuff that kind of adds a little spice to your life, right? But if you see it as a reason why you can't do it, right, and you keep bumping up against the same excuse, this is the reason why I can't do X, Y, Z. This is the reason why I can't do X, Y, Z, whether that is, you know, responsibility, other responsibilities, whether that is money, whether that is health, whether that is blah, 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 fill in the blank, right? And I'm not saying that there aren't situations that are really, really tough to get through. Like these are like, you may not even see how am I going to make this work? And that's okay. You don't have to see all the answers in front of you. You don't have to be able to like see how everything is going to fit in to get you to your goal or your desire or your vision. All you have to do right now is set the intention, like I'm going to get there and I'm going to figure it out along the way. And I'm going to be open to receiving the guidance I need to make this happen. Right? Am I right? And then you allow it to come through. So back to the self-sabotaging behavior. The only thing I want you to do right now is, if you know that you're defending your reason why you can't, start getting curious on why you keep defending that, like so hard that you can't do something. You know, what is that defense giving you? What protection is it giving you? And if you have any questions, drop them below, send me a DM, send me an email to info@lisajeffs.com, and we'll continue the conversation. Ciao.